Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I am here to do the Booktubers You Love tag. It appears that I was tagged 3 times for this video, so I think it's something I should do. Tagged by Jim's Books, Reading, and Stuff, Michael K. Vaughn, and this just in. Now, I'm going to say that I'm going to mention a lot of booktubers in this video, and I'm going to forget a lot of people. This has been mentioned almost in every video I've watched. There are so many channels that I really enjoy watching that I cannot mention them all. A lot of the really popular channels that people have mentioned, I'm probably going to skip over. Well, not all of them, but some of them. It's not a slight, it's just oversight. There's so many. And I have to say just how much I have really enjoyed being on BookTube these past few months. I basically joined in March, and this has become my book community, and how good it is to have a community with people, even if they're not in person, that you can discuss books with. So let's get started. Prompt number 1. Who was the first booktuber you subscribed to? That is almost certainly Leaf by Leaf. I discovered this channel quite by accident. I had just finished reading the novel J.R. by William Gaddis, and people who are familiar with the channel know that J.R. is the book that I'm probably mentioning the most this year. So I had just finished reading it, and I wanted to search more about it. And I discovered Leaf by Leaf, and Chris discovered talking about the book. And I said, that's really kind of neat, because he gave a very in-depth description of the book. And for a while, I was not subscribing. I was just looking at videos and searching for them piecemeal. And then I basically got on Google and created an account and subscribed. I wasn't posting messages. I wasn't making videos. I was just watching. And after that, I just decided, why not start my own channel? So that was the first channel that I subscribed to. Prompt number 2. Who was the most recent booktuber you subscribed to? I think that was Criminale, or maybe Brandon's Bookshelf. Criminale is a fairly new booktuber who's coming in fast and hard and getting a lot of attention, because he's a very good channel. He mostly talks about horror and crime books. Criminale has also gotten me in a lot of trouble, and I'm going to mention that trouble in the second video today. And you'll have to wait for that video to see what kind of trouble he's gotten me into, but I do enjoy his work. The second one that is either first or second with that is Brandon's Bookshelf. He's doing a series on philosophy, he's doing philosophy type of books. And he's got a video on Steppenwolf by Hermann Hesse. And I have to admit that it's like a longer video, so I've been holding off watching that, and I've got to get to it because I want to hear what he says about Steppenwolf, because that is one of my favorite philosophical novels. Prompt number 3. Name 3 booktubers you love and want to give a shout out to. Okay, let's shout out Book Time with Ryan. He is a very small booktuber. He has about 130, 140 subscribers, and definitely deserves more. He doesn't put out a whole lot of content, but he's got a family and he's got a job, but his content's very good. Today he was talking about the Library of Congress, with the services they have for the blind and disabled readers. And that's a very good service that the Library of Congress has, and I think it's good that he shouted them out. Bokwins and Books, Elizabeth. She may actually have more subscribers than me right now, so maybe she should be shouting at me, but no, that's just a joke. She's a very good channel. She reads in French and English. She was also a judge on the Booktuber Prize Nonfiction last year, I have also volunteered to be on the BookTube Prize nonfiction this year. Maybe I'll get on, maybe I won't. But you should watch her channel. I'm also going to shout out Elle Thinks. She is a younger booktuber, just starting off with her book collection. She had a very good video about walking around to the free public libraries near where she lives and redoing her bookshelf. And she's also has some interesting books. From her channel, I discovered the novella Gacha Gocha. I'm not going to try to pronounce the author's last name because he comes from India and wrote in the language Kannada, whatever, one of those languages that I could never make heads or tails out of. But I'm glad that I discovered that little novella from her channel. Number 4, if you could meet one booktuber right now, who would that be? I don't think I could limit that to one. There are so many booktubers that I watch and would like to meet. I actually have met one. I met Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics. I used to live in Washington State near Seattle, and he lives down in Portland. And when I was selling my home, I decided to take a road trip overnight just to stay a few nights in Portland so the house could sell without any occupants. And when I mentioned that, Alan said, why don't we meet? And we did, because Portland is home to one of the greatest bookstores in the country. That's Powell's City of Books. So we met in Powell's City of Books, walked around and talked. And the next day we went to one of the Zen Gardens in Portland, and he showed us around and rode on the trams, and that was a lot of fun. And Alan was the first person to really befriend me on BookTube, so that's really great that I got to meet him. As for other booktubers I'd like to meet, as I said, basically everyone that you watch under the right conditions. You know, if you're in town and there's a bookstore, go meet the bookstore. Go have a pizza or a beer somewhere. It could be a lot of fun. If I had to pick one to meet, maybe Noah at Everything. Everyone who reads it must converse, because he seems to be like a genuinely good guy, a nice guy. We have done a book trade, and that was great. That's in the United States. If I were to meet outside of the United States, maybe Mark at Book Time with Elvis, because he is talked about how wonderful his Czech beer, or their Czech beer is where they live. So if I was in Czechoslovakia, I would definitely want to sit down with Mark and have a couple of Czech beers. Now, I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia. There are no bookstores of note down here, but we do have lots of Civil War history. So if anyone is in the area, booktubers are in the area and like Civil War history, I would gladly meet you down here and show you around the historical environments. Prop number 5, who is your favorite YouTuber who is not a booktuber? That's changing around right now. The one is a dog training channel. His name's, I'm forgetting his name, but I just adopted a little dog. And so I am watching a lot of dog training videos, because this dog has not been trained very well. And she's kind of a naughty little dog, but she's very sweet. And I would like to get her better behaved. So I will leave a note to that channel below about dog training. Name 5 booktubers who are inactive and you would like to come back. I'm not sure I can pick that many out. There used to be a channel called Bottle Imp Books, and I have not seen him active in a month or so, and I would like to see him come back, because he had some good content, I believe, like Borges. Now, tag 14 booktubers or just mention some folk that you like. Well, I've got a bunch. I, of course, like Miss Reads a lot. Sandy, I used to live a lot closer to her, and maybe, should have met up with her back when we were living closer together. I've also mentioned Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics. I've met him. He's a great guy. You should watch his channel. And some other ones, books I'm not reading, that's Kelly, because she's read all the Pulitzer Prizes. Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats, that's Summer. She was an early commentator on my channel, and she knows my cat Teddy by name. And she has lots of cats around her around, so check her out. David Wiley, we have had a lot of conversations with David already. We're going to be doing the Iliad next month. Daniel at Guilty Feet. Jeremy Fee. Play One at Plagued by Visions. Rainier Books. I really like his channel. He is a German living in Sweden, reading books in English, and I always like his content. Jack the Rambling Raconteur. His content's always great. He's doing some great videos on his library bookshelves, breaking it down by subject. He just did the New York Review Classics, and those are such great books. Rick McDonnell, because he does the Booktubes Bin, which I'm always participating in. Vin at Revenant Reads. We've done a book buddy chat with Mark at Book Times with Elvis for a little Gothic novel, Vatek. The book wasn't that great, but it was great to join them for that little buddy read. Shelley Swearingen, she's also going to be part of the Iliad book group, and I like watching her channel, even though some of the books that she likes I'm not all that keen on. She did introduce me to a woman who does a makeup channel, but did it all in iambic pentameter. And I thought, even though I don't really care about makeup, I like watching a woman speak about it in iambic pentameter. Roz at Scully Dallying Around the Books. Of course, Steve Donahue. He'd be another one great to meet if I'm ever in Boston, saying, go meet me at the bookstore and show me around your special bins of discounted books. That would be great. And he could bring Frida, if they allow Frida at the bookstore. And those are the people that I tag. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day to Booktube. Goodbye.